Welcome back, everybody, to Mic Drop Sports. I'm your host, Jason, and today's just going to be a short episode, a quick little episode. After getting the chance to really watch the game tape, getting a chance to sit down and break things down about the preseason matchup in week 2 of the NFL preseason as we move toward that Thursday night matchup with the Atlanta Falcons. What a quick turnaround it is for the Pittsburgh Steelers to be able to play another preseason game and another great opportunity for these young players that are vying for a roster spot to get some attention and get the chance to be able to make some splash plays. I want to just talk quickly about some of my thoughts on the offense, and I want to talk about how I feel that the offense has improved under Matt Canada. I feel Matt Canada has made some strides to become more consistent and more purposeful in their actions, in their play calling. And it feels as though they're using plays to set up other plays. And I like that. And it's something that maybe some might not notice. It took me a while to notice it this offseason so far. But during these preseason games, I'm starting to notice that every play has a purpose. And that's where I feel like Matt Canada lacked in prior seasons. So Matt Canada now is just using his motions, using the run game, the play action, using the short to intermediate routes to set up things downfield, to set up maybe some trick type plays, not maybe trick plays, but some more eccentric plays, using some more exotic motions and more exotic formations. And I think we'll just get to see more and more of that as the season progresses. And I think the Steelers now, with people that feel, well, personnel and players that feel a lot more comfortable inside that system, are going to be able to exaggerate, or excuse me, not exaggerate, accentuate more of the exotic things that Matt Canada is trying to do. And I think Matt Canada isn't as one track as he has been in the past, to where he's just throwing plays out there, praying to God that they work without any type of purpose, without any type of schedule. And I think that was really killing Matt Canada. And some of that had to do with some of the personnel, especially that offensive line. But I feel that the offensive line is blocking as a whole a little bit better here, and they're able to open up some holes for that run game. They're able to give Kenny that extra half second to second to be able to make a decision, get through those progressions, and make a move down the field perhaps, or more just to find that open guy. And if he has to dump it off, he has to dump it off. And that offensive line is also giving Kenny the ability. They're holding their blocks well enough that it allows Kenny to move that pocket a little bit, to slide around a little bit. He's not just instantly running for his life immediately. And that has to do with some of Kenny also. Kenny seems more comfortable, seems to have that veteran feel, that veteran presence. And that is something special also, guys. So I just wanted to say that about the offense, that they look definitely more on schedule. They look definitely like they're coming out with a purpose, and they're using things to their advantage to set other things up. And that's huge, very huge. And I know that may sound maybe a little bit mixed up or mumbo jumbo a little bit, but it's really a true thing that the Steelers needed to do. It's something that they had to get focused on, and that is staying on schedule, using other plays, using plays for a purpose to set up. It's like chess, guys. You ever hear anybody say that football is like chess, kind of? It's a chess matchup. It really is. Because in chess, you use a move to set up two moves down the road. So that's what I'm talking about when I'm trying to tell you that I think the Steelers are doing things with a purpose. And it's really starting to show. And you've seen in that run game, how often have we seen a 62-yard run from scrimmage ripped off for a touchdown? It's been a while, guys. It's been a long time, longer than I can remember, that we've had such an ability to be able to hit that home run with the blocking, of the offensive group and the wide receiver group really getting downfield, understanding their role isn't just to catch passes. It brings back a feel when Deontay Johnson made that block to spring Jaylen Warren. It brought me back to the days of a Hines Ward, to where Hines would get out there and block and make some key downfield blocks to spring big runs. And that's something that we've been missing here in Pittsburgh for quite some time. And I'm very, very excited about seeing it. Also, the offense, whenever you're looking in control and you're looking like you're doing things in a deliberate way, it's easier for you to disguise things. And defense can't plan and can't jump things that you're trying to do. They're not able to just load up in the box and jump your run game. They're not able to just lay back and protect against your pass game because they don't know what you're going to do on any given down. And that is very, very big. Whenever they can't load up on you in any particular way, that is so huge for the Steelers offense moving into 2023. And I think a lot of people have downplayed this team and this offense in particular as being one of the worst in the AFC North. However, I think Kenny Pickett is going to shock a lot of people with his poise. And I think this offensive unit as a whole is going to shock a lot of people with how comfortable they are and how unpredictable that they're going to be, especially Matt Canada. And I think Mike Tomlin maybe has taken a little bit of the mitts off of Matt Canada and is saying, hey, this is your year, that your system is fully installed. You have players that are returning veterans in your system. So do the damn thing. And I think it's about to show on the field in a big, big way for this Pittsburgh Steelers team. Let's talk about the defense a little bit while we're on the topics here of improvements. I think the Steelers defense is back to what they wanted to do. And that was last year. They really wanted to take the football away. And I think they've really found the formula for that because they have a couple guys that are able to really make some, as Mike Tomlin would put it, splash plays. Guys that can make a difference, that are game changers. You have a young guy, Nick Herbig, who's emerging as a guy that can just find the football. He has a nose to make things happen, and he's speedy, energetic, and he knows how to get that first step in the ground and really dig and beat that tackle and get in there. And even if he's not sacking the quarterback, he's just making a play, getting to him, touching him, making him uncomfortable. And that's where the Steelers defense has to focus. And that is making passers uncomfortable, making these opposing quarterbacks uneasy. And you saw that in preseason week 2 to where Josh Allen was completely uncomfortable. And that proves to pay big dividends. That results in turnovers. They made Matt Barkley feel very, very uncomfortable because you never know where that rush is coming from. And that's where Steeler defenses from the past have been good and have excelled. And that is at making deep offenses uncomfortable in what they're trying to do. That's where they have to really focus. And I do have some concerns on that defense. I didn't like the man coverage at times. The zone coverage sucked at times. So I feel like they need to tighten those things up. But most of all, what I liked about it is the resolve. Even when their back was against the wall and they knew it, they knew a play had to happen, they made it happen. They made a play happen. They manufactured a play. And they have to do that for the remainder of this season because you're playing against some heavy hitters in the AFC and the AFC North. Very speedy quarterbacks at times. Quarterbacks that will dissect you. I mean, with the pass game. Guys that can do or that have a great running game. You're going to have a lot of tough matchups. And the Steelers have to be able to manufacture those turnovers at will and be able to create chaos. Be able to create an uneasy feeling for that opposing offense. And I think the things that are slightly wrong with this Steelers defense, I think are easily correctable. One being health. I think health is going to play a big role into this team for sure, as it does for any team. But I think the Steelers defense is going to become better and better and better each week as long as health remains on their side. Because I think this team is just going to learn how to play with each other just a little bit more each week and a little bit more each week. And then you have guys like TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, who impressed me to the core of my soul, man. Alex Highsmith, I became a huge Alex Highsmith fan over the last year or so here because he doesn't quit. And I put out a short about that. He doesn't quit. He doesn't stop. He doesn't quit on a play. And I like that. even if, hey, he's jogging to the football this way, but his eyes are peeled, looking for, waiting for that cut back, or he's taking that great angle to be able to cut somebody off if they cut back, or, any type of thing like that, to where he's really focused on the play and he's all in 100% on the play. And I think that's rubbing off on the young guys, Nick Herbig. I think it's rubbing off even on veteran guys like Golden. Marcus Golden, I felt, was a big contributor in many ways. I just think that outside pass rush is something special and is definitely going to make quarterbacks feel uncomfortable for sure. That inside linebacker group played better than I thought. Just when you thought Holcomb was starting to look shitty and starting to not be able to really get things in the pass game, there he goes. He bats the ball up in the air and allows for a great interception. Things of that nature. And it's something this team got to really focus on and stay focused on. I'd like to see players like Minkah Fitzpatrick get back to what they had a year or two ago. Several interceptions, especially when Minkah first came to the team, instantly with interceptions, pick sixes. I want to see that from Minkah again. And I think with the chaos that this defensive front is going to be able to provide, I think you're going to see those types of plays a lot more this season. And those are big time game changers. So this defense looks pretty solid in my eyes too. Those were just a couple points that I wanted to point out here. From after just reviewing the tape. I know we did a recap on the game, broke down things a little bit more in depth with another episode that we did, but I wanted to emphasize those few points that I saw and things that I seen that were difference makers. So with that being said, I wanted to talk about also a couple things that are about to happen on the channel here. We're about to take some steps forward in terms of content. I have a great guy that I've been talking to here and there here on YouTube. I watch his channel a lot. His channel's called OG Timmy Sports World. He's cool as hell. He does great content. He's a Dallas Cowboys diehard, so don't slay him, guys, when he comes on the channel. But we're going to hook up and we're going to go ahead and try to do some great content for you guys, give you something different. That's two guys from two different teams, two of the biggest teams in the NFL, talking football, and maybe eventually down the road just talking sports in general and providing you guys with some great content to be able to view every day and things of that nature. So hopefully OG and I can get things rolling here, but I'm very excited to be able to bring him on the channel. Super pumped. Again, like I said, I loved his content so far, and he's an up-and-comer like me, and we're just trying to make big things happen. So I want you guys to go over, if you're subscribed to me, go over and give OG Timmy some love and hit that subscribe button for his channel and watch his videos, watch his content, and support him and in the ways that you've supported me thus far. And I appreciate you all so much. So keep an eye out for those episodes dropping by the end of this week. We're going to talk a little bit of Steelers football. Then we're going to switch gears, talk a little bit about Dallas Cowboys football for his channel. So maybe we'll clump them both into one episode. Maybe we'll break it up into two different episodes. But we're going to get an outsider's view, guys, when we're talking Steelers and when we're talking Cowboys on his channel. We're going to get an outsider's view of what they're seeing from the Pittsburgh Steelers or from the Cowboys in his situation there, talking about what they're seeing, to where maybe we have blinders on in some way. Maybe we're not seeing the whole picture. And it's always nice to get somebody that isn't directly connected with the team intimately, get their point of view and get to see what they're talking about. Maybe we're missing a deficiency somewhere that we don't get to see because we have those blinders, those shades on. So big things happening. I appreciate you coming by Mike Drub Sports and the show here, all about the game. But we're going to be switching gears, like I said, by the end of the week, putting out some different stuff. So keep an eye out, hit the subscribe button, like the video, share the videos, do it all, guys. I appreciate you, and I'm very humbled by the support so far. And until next time, peace.